your thought on the game, please?
Very mitigated, as you can imagine, because of the effort we provided in the first half to stay with Antwerp. So we had a good run in the second half. On the second quarter, we managed to stop them, and all of a sudden, we just stopped playing. To congratulate Antwerp for their defense on the second half, because they completely switched us off. The problem was that we were switched on every field of the game. So rebounding, turnovers were horrible. We did 18 turnovers for the whole game. We completely lost the rebounding battle. So not much to say from the second half. So congratulations to Antwerp. Very good.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Beghin, congratulations.
Thank you.
Your thought on the game, please?
Like Coach said, I think the first half we play a little bit with the lack of intensity. I think we have a solid first quarter, and after that we relaxed, and it was a little bit our problem so far in the season that sometimes we take a small break and we relax in defense. Like I said to my guys, that's a part of the game that we can never relax. Everybody can have a bad game in offense. That's normal. That's part of basketball. But we can never relax in defense. That's a question of desire. That's a question of aggressiveness. And I think the first half we didn't do that. But we changed completely our face in the second half. If we can stop them to 21 points in the second half, that's where we make the difference. I think that we start running a little bit faster in offense because we play great defense. And at that moment, we have some easier baskets and we have some breaks and we start to play with rhythm in offense also. First half, it was a little bit too static in offense. Then we didn't reply decently in defense. But yeah, I'm really proud of the guy because I saw second half different faces from my team. And I think we did what we had to do. I think we played much more better as a team second half than first half. The ball was moving a lot faster in second half. And yeah, I'm really happy about the win today.
Thank you, Coach. Gentlemen, do you have any questions?
Coach, how difficult was it in absence of the head coach to prepare the game this week?
It wasn't easy, that I can say. As you know, we had some very difficult weeks before that game, so it was a bit difficult to prepare the game in an efficient way. We had Maurice, who just came back in the group yesterday, Victor Ilnius, who came in the middle of the week as well. So I would just say that the conditions were not optimal. Plus, we didn't know if the coach could make it or not. So yeah, let's not hide behind excuses, but the conditions were not optimal, and it made it even more difficult to step up and try to do something concrete here. So.
How is the coach? Is he okay?
He's okay. He's okay. It's just a question of protocol rather than anything else. So his health is fine. He must not be very well after the game tonight, but other than that, his health is good. Niels has some issues which has nothing to do with COVID, so he should be back in rotation hopefully tomorrow or Monday. He was just feeling bad, like sick for the last 3 days. It's not corona, that I can tell you.
Any more questions?
Christophe, I think the fourth victory, but the first convincing victory in competition. So I think that must give you satisfaction.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I was really proud of the guys, especially second half. I think that the problem in the game before was we were not consistent enough for 40 minutes. I think we had some really good runs, but every time we let them come back in the game and we gave them hopes. And that's something that we have to work on. I think we have a really tough schedule with those European games. But like I said before, for that moment was a little bit a curse because it was not easy to play those European games without playing our domestic league. But I think we're going to take that experience with us all year long. And I think we're going to benefit, especially I think in April, May, when we're going to be really important. And I think we're going to benefit for this Euro Cup. And that's true that today, convincing, I will say 30 minutes, but still not 40.
Any more questions, gentlemen?
Yes, Coach, top three, please, of the game.
For me, it's going to be maybe strange for a lot of you, but Donker, Frans Blijenberg, and Jenkins for his second half.
It's a tough question. If I stop on the first half, let's say, I would say Washington because he had his first game quite complete, and we see that he's becoming more and more fit. So it was a good surprise in terms of seeing him rise. Our captain did a very good game on that he was a bit more. He made a bold move. He had his leadership role that he took. So he stood up as a leader. Unfortunately, he couldn't push the team on the second half. I think that Victor's Ilnis did a good game as well. Even though he didn't get enough ball, I think, for his efforts after the picking and diving. We didn't feed him enough, and it's a shame because he had good positions, possession after possession, but we didn't feed him inside. So it must have been a bit frustrating for him, but his efforts were still the same at every game. So.